Well, that's us packed up for the night on the maiden voyage of our new camper van. Before I show you the camper van and the reasons why we bought it, I'd just like to give a bit of a shout out to the two companies involved in one buying my old camper van and two selling me this new one. I have to say the whole experience was a very pleasant one, which is, you know, not always the case when you're buying and selling camper vans. But first of all, to Stuart and Gavin at Somerset Motorhome Centre. They gave me a good price for my old van, and I hope they managed to make a good profit on it. They were lovely people to work with. Gavin flew all the way up to Inverness to pick her up, and they did one long journey back down to Somerset. So I think he made it all right. I don't think there was any great problems. And a big thanks to John Dixon at Peak Motorhomes in Chesterfield for selling me the new one. And again, that was a kind of delightful experience, I have to say. Although it was a long journey for me to go from Newtonmore down to Chesterfield. And it's maybe a good moment just to say that I travelled down by train on one of the days between the recent strikes, and all the staff that I encountered were extremely pleasant and extremely helpful. And I was kind of thinking that I might not make it in the train because of all the industrial action, but it all went very smoothly, and again, that was a great experience to do as well. So thank you, John, thank you, Stuart and Gavin in Somerset, for making the whole buying and selling process such a delightful experience. So here she is, our Volkswagen T6 Transporter Highline Caravaggio, made as a special edition for Richard Baldwin Motorhomes by Hillside Leisure of Derby. When we decided to downsize again from our Autocruise Select 184, we had a wish list. Those things that were kind of important to us. And I think this van has delivered on everything on that particular list. First of all, I found the Select 184 just too long at 6.36 metres. And this van is considerably shorter, at just under 5 metres. It's a short wheelbase T6, so it should be fine on ferries and whatnot. We wanted a high top. We've had too many nights in a pop top in windy weather. And when you think of it, you're paying a vast amount of money for what is really no more than a rooftop tent. So we wanted something we could stand up in and move around in. And now, having said that, I kind of fully understand those who want a pop top with an extra bed, for example. And we don't really need that. There's just the two of us, and the RIB bed is big enough to for us both to sleep in comfort. It's a pretty standard Volkswagen conversion layout with swivel seats, side kitchen and pull-out bed. But what we really liked about this Caravaggio conversion was the amount of storage space. These are simply huge lockers at the front and the back of the habitation space. And these kind of longitudinal spaces, we call them horizontal ducats, are a design genius. You can store all kinds of things in here. The sink and gas hob are both Dometic, and we can heat hot water if we're on EHU. The grill is also Dometic. Note all the dish towels to prevent the only thing in the camper van that seems to rattle when we drive. I think it's always the case. The Dometic compressor fridge is virtually the same as the fridge we had in our last camper van, so we're fairly familiar with it. And the little table utilises a single pole and packs away neatly behind just behind the driver's seat. It's quite smart. The habitation controls are all in the one place, along with 3-pin sockets and the Eberspacher diesel heater controls. And the light above has a simple touch control, as have the lights above the bed. So you don't actually have to get out of bed to switch the lights off if you've been reading. It's quite handy that. We were also keen to have a bed that could become a bit of a lounger, if you like, and the RIB type of bed allows that. A lever and a strap at the back allows you to position the rear part of the bed any way you want. So we can both lie back in comfort, read a book, watch a video or something if we want to. It's great. And at night, with all the curtains drawn, I think we'll be quite cosy in here. Curtains or blinds, well, it depends on your own preferences and choice, I think. But I quite like the retro feel that these curtains have. A lecky skylight in the middle of the roof lets in a good amount of light. And little cupboard doors in the boot area give access to the under the bed space, under the bed area, where you can store a lot of stuff, And I've been fed up chasing around the country looking for Caravaggio propane bottles, and I felt the Truma heating system we had in the last van just kind of gobbled up gas at quite an alarming rate. So we've happily settled for camping gas. Now, the reason I want that is I can source refills very easily at our nearest Go Outdoors shop. There's a reasonably sized wardrobe in the back, which we'll probably never use as a wardrobe because we don't really need to see the need for hanging clothes up when we're out in the camper van. We tend to just fold clothes up and stuff them somewhere. We also have an outside shower point, which could be quite handy, and around here a gas barbecue point, which we probably won't use all that much because I kind of prefer charcoal barbies, to be honest. Oh, and I mustn't forget, there's storage space for this little porta potty. I was intrigued to find this pure sine wave inverter installed in the van, which apparently will transform DC to AC, which can then be used to deliver high quality electrical current to all kinds of home appliances like televisions or microwaves, or for maybe charging up iPhones and tablets. It could be quite useful. I mentioned the retro feel to the curtains, and this walnut finish to the cab's dashboard I think is equally retro. I think it looks real quality and it's pretty cool, and it matches the Highline specs of this T6. It's a 2-litre engine with I think about 100 brake horsepower, which isn't huge, but when I drove it home from Chesterfield where I picked it up, I found it pretty nippy, to be honest. Certainly powerful enough for me, and the real bonus in view of all the current cost of diesel is that I was hitting well over 40 miles to the gallon, or at least according to what the onboard computer was telling me. It's a manual 5-speed. We have aircon, cruise control, and something I think unique to this van, an all-round camera system that's connected to a Thatcham Category 1 immobiliser and alarm. I'm hoping it might reduce the cost of my insurance a bit, but we'll see. We won't count our chickens before they're hatched. So there you have it, our VW or VW T6 Transporter Caravaggio special edition, or maybe I should say Caravaggio. But my Italian accent is not that brilliant. But anyway, we're pretty excited about it. It kind of fulfills all the things that we wanted, and you know, we're just looking forward to getting away out in it now. We've had a couple of nights, and it's been great. We're now planning a couple of weeks in the Alps in, you know, later on the early autumn. Then maybe all going well, a wee trip to Portugal in the late winter. And a big one that we're kind of beginning to plan and look towards is next summer, a trip to Norway. I just wish there was a ferry that went from Scotland to Bergen or somewhere like that, or Oslo. It'd make life so much easier. Anyway, we're kind of looking at that. It may not happen, but you never know. Fingers crossed. So just one final thing before I go away. When we got this van, we well, I noticed down on the driver's side here, this cup, which I'm told is some sort of cup holder or a cup or something. It's kind of insulated. I'm told it's part of the Volkswagen equipment that comes with T6s. So if there's somebody out there who could tell me exactly what it is, that'd be great. I don't think you could drink from it like that, but is it a cooler for, you know, Coca-Cola bottles, or I don't know. Please let me know. And if you'd like this, if you've enjoyed this video and the others, and you want to keep in touch and you want to hear more of our adventures in our Caravaggio, then please hit that subscribe button, hit that little bell so we can notify you when there's a new video coming along, and it'll be great to have you on board. So thank you very much for your attention. I hope you like the van as much as we do. We're really, as I say, quite excited, and here's to the next time. Enjoy your campervan.